Hi, Vijay Mistry here. In this video, I want to share with you how you can maximize company productivity. Now, this is very key and crucial. You want to scale up, you want to grow, you want to add more traction, you need to work towards maximizing company productivity. So here are certain guidelines for you to see if any of these components can help you in your journey in maximizing company productivity for you. The first and foremost, which sounds quite basic, but it's very important, is the tone at the top. You have to ensure that you have that culture of growth, and it starts at the tip of the pyramid, as I put it. And again, it doesn't matter whether you're a small, medium, large organization. The tone at the top tells everything about the organization. The leadership pipeline is very crucial and very important. You need to have the right disciplines, you need to have the right execution mechanisms, but at the same time, you need to have that consistent follow through to ensure that all the expectations are met or exceeded for that matter. You need to make sure that you have that tone at the top, culture aligned to the values of your organization. Whatever the values are, you need to ensure that alignment is there, because whatever happens at the top permeates to the rest of the organization. Doesn't matter whether you have 5 employees, 50 employees, 5,000 employees. It starts with the tone at the top, which leads me to the second key ingredient, which I see many missing, is engaging. You need to engage with the stakeholders, and in particular with your leaders, with your managers, or your subordinates as well. This engagement is very pivotal to the growth, and engagement has to be both ways. So there is that trust being built. This is very important. And I'll give you this one example. In one particular instant, I just met a colleague, and what she was telling me is that she was pretty frustrated because her manager cut her off in a staff meeting which they were holding. What does this really mean? And she said that I am now going in a passive mode and I'll just be a listener, because the tone with which she was cut off was not pleasant either. So what does this really tell you? You have to engage and empower. To have effectiveness, you must engage and empower others by giving them the opportunity to contribute equally. This is very important. You want to maximize company productivity, build upon that culture of growth, build upon that bench strength that you have within your organization. Which leads me to the third point, which is you need to ensure you have the right resources in place. This is very important. In some organizations, I've noted that they do not have enough resources. This could be in any shape or form. It could be subscription to a service which is required for your organization or for your team to grow, yet you don't have that, and that could be a key bottleneck to the growth of your organization. And here are a couple of things. What I would suggest you do is step back and figure out and identify with your team whether you do have the right resources. If any of your team members require any resources, give it to them, because your highest leverage is your team, as I always put it. So you need to make sure that you give them resources. And as you and I know, that best practice means having the right people at the right time, doing the right jobs with the right tools in place. So ensure you have these tools in place. Which leads me to the fourth point, which is an extension to engagement, which is recognition and appreciation. Give credit where it belongs. And you must recognize that every single member of your team is adding value to the growth of your organization. What does that really mean? That means you need to recognize and appreciate them. Give credit where it belongs. I have seen managers who are selfish as well. In other words, they take the credit of the work done by the subordinates. And this in itself leads to a blockage in the whole pipeline of growth. You need to ensure that you have that culture of recognizing. In one particular organization where I was instrumental in the growth of that organization multifold, one of the key things the CEO, who was the owner of that organization, is that he used to even give handwritten thank you notes to key members, to subordinates. He used to make sure that he was completely connected. You need to work towards this recognition and appreciation. It's very simple, yet it's very powerful. Which leads me to the final point on how to maximize company productivity, to ensure that you have the right measures in place. You have the visibility, which means the transparency, and the measures in place. What do I mean by measures? Key performance indicators. What are some of the key performance indicators? Ensure that you have dashboards at all stages, everywhere, so that there is that monitoring mechanism to ensure that if anybody needs more coaching or anybody needs further guidance, you have that in place. So have those dashboards, have those snapshots, analytical snapshots in each and every department. This, in my opinion, will help you in maximizing company performance. And just to extend to what I've just said, and you might be having this, which is highly commendable, is having a real-time financial insights and information. The world, everything is shifting. So if you have an organization, if you have an outfit where you have this historical financials, move towards having a real-time information, real-time insights, because that in itself will shift everything for you. You will have a finger on the pulse and you'll know exactly what's happening where. So my dear friends, I hope you found this video on how to maximize company productivity insightful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where I will share with you more growth-driven insights to help you scale up your organization and help you become a world-class entrepreneur, leader, director, executive, and manager. Thank you very much. Bye for now.